Well, we've waited all offseason for this to happen, and the Jets have finally impeached the president. Jamal Adams has been traded to the Seattle Seahawks. Jets! Welcome to Jets Talk. My name's Ryan. I'll be your pilot today. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you've been here before, welcome back. I love having you here. Guys, Mondays, 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, I do my live call-in show, and I will be with Chris, the Entertainah, talking sports, and I'm sure we will have plenty of questions about this Jamal Adams trade. And then Tuesday, we got our Talkin Jets panel finally coming back. Me, O'Leary, and Greenbean are going to be talking all about this trade and answering all your questions, so make sure you tune in for that. But let's talk about the big news in the NFL today surrounding our New York Jets. Jamal Adams gets traded to the Seattle Seahawks. The Jets traded Jamal and a fourth-round pick in 2022 for 2 first-round picks, a third-round pick, and Bradley McDougald. Now, this is way more than I had envisioned the Jets getting in a trade, especially after the article came out with Manish Mehta and the whole, bashing Gase and bashing Douglas. I didn't think there was any shot we were getting really good compensation. And there's really no shot that I thought we were getting 2 first-round picks. To put this in perspective, the Jets just got more for Jamal Adams than Oakland got for Khalil Mack. That is absolutely insane. Let that sink in for a second. Now, Joe Douglas, in Joe we trust, absolutely cold-blooded making this move. Very, very happy with this move. Now, let me be clear. We are absolutely a worse team today than we were yesterday. Jamal is a great player. Seattle, you are getting a phenomenal talent on your team on the very, very cheap in terms of contract-wise. And, you paid a hefty premium in draft picks, but hey, you're getting someone who has Hall of Fame potential. So hopefully he can turn into that kind of caliber player out there. And Jet fans, we're pretty happy. We sent him to an NFC team, so we're really only going to see him Week 14 this year in Seattle. He's not going to be able to play in MetLife for like another 4 years or something like that. So I'm really happy with the way this all worked out. Every day I feel like I love Le'Veon Bell more and more. And even though, the season wasn't that great last year, the guy has been nothing but an impeccable leader, and he took a few shots at Jamal Adams on the way out. So Le'Veon Bell, you're my guy. You're my dude. Really like me some Le'Veon Bell. Now, let's think about this. The safety that we just got, Bradley McDougald. He's not going to be on Jamal Adams' level. It's not going to happen. He's got 1 year left on his deal. And, well, that said, let's see. Jamal has 2 interceptions in the last 3 years, and Bradley McDougald has 5 interceptions in the last 2. So maybe in a weird roundabout way, we're getting an upgrade. I'm speaking tongue-in-cheek. But even still, this is something that is very, very good for the New York Jets. As far as, competition and everything goes, we have Ashton Davis. Joe Douglas drafting Ashton Davis with that third-round pick that he got for Leonard Williams was absolutely the little piece to this puzzle that allows us to make this kind of move. Obviously, we have Marcus May. He's going to be our starter. Hopefully, we can retain him after the season. But you have Ashton Davis kind of waiting in the wings while Bradley McDougald can kind of step in as your starter day one. Now, it's a little alarming. Rich Cimini tweeted out, of the Jets' last 7 first-round picks, not including Mekhi Becton, the Jets have traded 5 of them. You got Sheldon Richardson, Calvin Pryor, Leonard Williams, Darren Lee, and Jamal Adams. Really, it sounds bad. It's mainly bad because we have drafted horribly. Jamal's really the first player on that list that has been anything worthwhile. But hey, look, I am I'm really, really excited on this move. I think we got way more in return than I would have ever really thought. Now, what do the Jets do with this trade compensation? We now have 2 first-round picks in this upcoming draft, 2 first-round picks in the 2022 draft. Not to mention 2 third-round picks in this upcoming draft. So we have a lot of ammo to rebuild this roster. Joe Douglas understands that this team is not ready to not ready to win a Super Bowl yet. So to pay a safety the kind of money we were going to have to pay a safety just never really made sense. And to get this kind of ammo to allow the flexibility in the draft to really plug in a lot of holes with cheap contracts, this is huge for the New York Jets. Now, as far as what I want them to do with these picks, remember, we may not have a college football season, so this first-round pick that we're getting could be way more of a crapshoot than ever before. Remember, first-round draft picks have about a 50% bust rate, so the chances of us really getting a good player, one of these 2 first-round picks, are statistically, maybe likely to hit. but that doesn't mean you're going to get a player of Jamal's caliber. So keep that in perspective. If we don't have a college football season, this first-round pick is going to be very, very dicey for me. So what I would like to do with this first-round pick, or at least maybe some type of conditional pick that turns into a first-round pick, we'll kind of see. I would love to make a trade for Yannick Ngakoue, the fabulous pass rusher out of Jacksonville. I would bring him in. Obviously, you would not have to pay him a long-term contract just yet because he's on the franchise tag. And now that we passed the deadline for those players to get long-term deals, he is going to be able to test free agency. So you're either going to have to re-sign him or you're going to have to franchise tag him again, which is going to be a crazy ton of money. So you could probably get Ngakoue for a pretty cheap deal. You might be able to get him for like a third or a second round pick. I would obviously put the condition on if the Jets re-sign him, that pick gets escalated, so maybe you can kind of spin something that way. Because if I could turn Jamal Adams into a pass rusher who's like, I think he's 25 years old, just turned 25 years old, I would be all about that. Guys, let me know what you think of everything down below in the comments. And as always, Jets, yes! Go Jets, let's go!